Hi guys, my name is Ariana and today we're going to be learning about idioms. So I made this virtual curriculum with Interns for Good and it's for ages 7 and up, but if you want to challenge yourself, feel free to go ahead. So here's just a brief overview of our lesson. So today students will learn what idioms are and learn the literal and figurative meaning of certain idioms through drawing out the meanings of each one. And here's some skills that you might acquire from this. So being able to identify idioms, understanding the literal and figurative meaning of idioms, and illustrating the different meanings of idioms. And below are just some examples of idioms. Have you ever heard of an idiom before? Chances are you have, but an idiom is a commonly used expression whose meaning does not relate to the literal meaning of its words. And people use this when they're trying to express how they're feeling or the situation they're in with as few words as possible. And also, whenever someone's writing something or speaking about something, they use idioms to spice up whatever they're talking whatever they're talking about. And it can really help to enhance whatever you're writing or talking about. So here are some examples of idioms, and again, there's many, many more. Skeleton in the closet, back to square one, raining cats and dogs, spill the beans, kill two birds with one stone, and many, many more. So what are the figurative meanings of these idioms? Skeleton in the closet is an embarrassing fact that someone wishes to keep a secret. Back to square one is when you go back to where you started without any progress having been made. Raining cats and dogs is something you say when it's raining heavily. Spill the beans is when you reveal secret information unintentionally or indiscreetly. And kill two birds with one stone is when you achieve two things with a single action. So let's draw out these examples or picture them out. So on the left is the literal meaning of each idiom, and on the right is the figurative meaning of each action. So skeleton in the closet again is not doesn't really mean that you have a skeleton in your closet. It just means that you have a secret that you don't want anyone else to find out about. Back to square one doesn't really mean that there is a box labeled one that you go back to. It just means it's just something you say when you have to restart or go back to where you were before. Raining cats and dogs is when there's a heavy rainstorm. Again, not when there's cats and dogs falling from the sky. Spill the beans, not with actually spilling beans. It's when you tell someone a secret or information. And lastly, killing two birds with one stone doesn't really mean you hit two birds with a stone. It just means that you're really efficient and you manage to finish two tasks with only one action. So now it's your turn. What you'll need for this activity is a piece of paper, coloring tools, and a pencil. So what I want you to do with the paper is to fold in half hot dog style, and then fold that in half hamburger style, and then fold it in half hamburger style again. And once you open it up, it should look something like this. And in the top left-hand corner of all the top boxes, write down the word literal. And in the top left-hand corner of all the bottom boxes, write down the word figurative. And so what I want you to do is from this list of idioms, choose four that you want to draw or four that you're intrigued about. And in the top box, draw the literal meaning of the idiom. And in the bottom box, draw the figurative meaning of each idiom. And spend as long as you want on it. So here are just some links if you want to dive more into the world of idioms. So the top two links are just like pretty much a list of idioms with their figurative meaning if you want to learn about more idioms. And the bottom two links are some worksheets if you want to work on using idioms more and incorporating it into a sentence or like a paragraph or whatever. And here's just a little bit about me. So, hi again, I'm Mariana Huang. I'm 16. I'm located in California, and in my free time, I love hanging out with friends, listening to music while cleaning, and playing video games. And my favorite idiom is probably head in the clouds, just because it helps me summarize how I'm feeling sometimes. And it's just a really silly idiom that I love to use a lot. So thank you for listening to this virtual curriculum. I hope you learned something. And again, feel free to go back to the appendix in my presentation if you want to learn more about idioms or learn more idioms. And I will see you in the next virtual curriculum. Bye!